it starts off. I started smoking pot at 8 years old, you know, but when I had my first alcoholic drink, it was around the age of 12. In my house, there was always alcohol available. It wasn't available. We weren't supposed to have it, but we did take alcohol. And then once you get that feeling and you know that's what you want to feel like, because I didn't feel like it from any other thing in my life, well, that's what I chased after. I'm chasing a feeling because it made me feel like I always thought I should feel.
It's interesting that you say that because I remember a very specific instance in, I was, I believe, 14, 15. Um, my brother had just bought a bottle of tequila and he left it on the counter. And I thought it would be a grand idea to drink most of it by myself. Again, at the age of 14. So, but I remember from that point, I I felt awful. That experience for me was awful. Now, did it put me off of drinking alcohol? No, but it definitely was not a feeling that I felt like I wanted to feel. So I think that goes to speak to maybe the, like you mentioned earlier, the maybe lack of love and emotional connection with the people around you. If you don't have that, then I
Yeah,
think it's a lot easier to succumb to that sort of feeling because it's a feeling. It's a strong feeling.
absolutely. Um,
To,
just to add on to what you just said, the lady who actually raised me into any kind of normal thinking, not my biological mother, but the lady that I lovingly refer to as my mama, she had a similar experience in college. And she got drunk over a bad relationship one time and passed out behind the dormitory. And it scared her so bad that she never went that far again. It was not a feeling. But that's the kind of things that I now realize happens to normal people or normal drinkers, normies. I don't have those thinkings and feelings about drink. My mind, my brain tells me, "Oh, just take a drink, you'll feel better. Take a drink, you'll feel better." It's the biggest lie that goes through my brain, you know. And after that lie, you know what happens? Take one more. It'll get you there. It'll get you right where you want to be, right where you want to feel.
you're making me question if maybe that is something that I have to take a look in within myself as well because I've felt that and I definitely know every single morning when after I've been drinking heavily, I wake up and I feel miserable. I'm like I never want to do this again. And I've never done anything under the influence that I'm like, oh, that was something that I don't recognize myself doing that. Like that's something I don't see myself doing, but because I was drunk, I did it. I don't think that's ever been experienced, but from what you're saying, it makes me think perhaps there have been moments where drinking has just been an outlet and to temporarily make myself feel better, but it's all been a lie.
Yeah.
It's a lie. So,
It's amazing how the brain will do that to you. We get messages based upon experiences, and those messages just keep playing. And it has to do with, I think, you know, the neural pathways that are already made in our brain scientifically, and that unless we create or have created new neural pathways, we don't have options. You know, and that's the great thing about having new and better experiences, that we create lots of neural pathways so that we have options. What I've learned is that at one point when I was drinking, I didn't have any options. It's all scientifically, physically, that's what I was programmed.
so addictions come in various shapes and different methods of consumption, I think is the correct way to put that.